Welcome to our series of hot issues. Today we are here to discuss tension between Iran and Israel. We will find the answer of these major questions like: why are Israel and Iran enemies? Why did Israel attack Iran's consulate in Syria? What was Iran's drone and missile attack on Israel? What is the Israeli attack on Isfahan in Iran? But before we dig into the topic, subscribe that channel for more educational videos. Let's start now. An Israeli missile has hit Iran. U.S. officials have told the BBC's partner CBS News, an attack that is widely seen as its response to Iran's missile and drone attack on Israel. Iran's own direct attack on Israel, its first ever, was in turn retaliation for an Israeli strike on the Iranian consulate in the Syrian capital Damascus, which killed senior military commanders. Why are Israel and Iran enemies? Previously, Israel and Iran had been engaged in a years-long shadow war, attacking each other's assets without admitting responsibility. Those attacks have ratcheted up considerably during the current war in Gaza, sparked by the Palestinian group Hamas's assault on nearby Israeli communities last October. The two countries were allies until the 1979 Islamic Revolution in Iran, which brought in a regime that has used opposing Israel as a key part of its ideology. Iran does not recognize Israel's right to exist and seeks its eradication. The country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has previously called Israel a cancerous tumor that will undoubtedly be uprooted and destroyed. Israel believes that Iran poses an existential threat, as evidenced by Tehran's rhetoric, its buildup of proxy forces in the region, including the Lebanese Shia militant group Hezbollah that are sworn to Israel's destruction, and its funding and arming of Palestinian groups including Hamas. It also accuses Iran of secretly trying to develop nuclear weapons, though Iran denies seeking to build a nuclear bomb. In the 1st of April airstrike on an Iranian consulate building in the Syrian capital Damascus killed 13 people. Iran said it was a violation of its sovereignty. Those killed included Brig Gen Mohammad Reza Zahidi, a senior commander in the Quds Force, the overseas branch of Iran's elite Republican Guards (IRGC). He had been a key figure in the Iranian operation to arm the Lebanese Shia armed group Hezbollah. The consulate attack follows a pattern of airstrikes against Iranian targets widely attributed to Israel. Several senior IRGC commanders have been killed in airstrikes in Syria in recent months. The IRGC channels arms and equipment, including high-precision missiles, through Syria to Hezbollah. Israel is trying to stop these deliveries, as well as seeking to prevent Iran from strengthening its military presence in Syria. What was Iran's drone and missile attack on Israel? Iran launched more than 300 drones and missiles towards Israel, the Israeli military said. The attack included 170 drones and 30 cruise missiles and at least 110 ballistic missiles. Some 99% of the incoming barrage was intercepted either outside Israeli airspace or over the country itself, Israel said. Israel and countries including the US, UK, France and Jordan intercepted drones and cruise missiles, while its three-tier umbrella of missile defense systems intercepted ballistic missiles. Nevertheless, two U.S. officials told CBS News that 5 ballistic missiles evaded air defenses and impacted on Israeli territory. 4 landed in the Nevatim air base in the Negev desert in southern Israel, where the country's F-35 fighter jets are based, which the officials said was Iran's primary target. The Israeli military said the base had been lightly hit. Tom Fletcher, a foreign policy advisor to several UK prime ministers and a former UK ambassador to Lebanon, Saeed, Iran did telegraph these attacks in advance, which made them easier to deter. Sanam Vakil from the Chatham House think tank said, the strikes were certainly calibrated, directed to military installations with the aim of not inflicting too much damage or hurting anyone. U.S. officials have confirmed to the BBC's partner CBS News that an Israeli strike targeted Iran in the early hours of Friday. It is unclear what type of weapons were used and where they were launched from. U.S. sources said a missile was involved in the attack, while Iran said it had involved small drones. Iran's Fars news agency said explosions were heard near an army base and air defense systems were activated. Hossein Dailarian, a spokesman for Iran's National Center of Cyberspace, said there was no air attack from outside borders. He said Israel had only made a failed and humiliating attempt to fly quadcopters, drones, and the quadcopters have also been shot down. Isfahan province is a large area in the center of Iran which takes its name from its largest city. The region is home to significant Iranian military infrastructure, including a large airbase, a major missile production complex and several nuclear facilities.